It's great to be home, the home of so many of the teams and drivers. Welcome to Silverstone. Practice on the way next.
Classic British weather. This is Kevin Magnussen, I think. And here we are, guys. First of all, very important. The race will be on wet, qualifying on dry. So, I think...
They told you about the new parts that have come in from the factory, right? Well, they're all fitted and good to go. I hope they do the trick.
Yeah. I think it's more important the race than qualifying. So, let's use a wet setup, guys, for this weekend. Even if we have to sacrifice the speed in qualifying, because I think the day where we are fighting for points is on Sunday. So let's copy, as always I do, the setup from this channel that is Race Setups, I think is the name in YouTube. It's the channel I use for the setups. It's very good, at least for me work most of the times. And I'm copying just the settings. This is a wet setup actually. Let's do a couple of laps now to test the setup, to test the car in wet. I ran on wet conditions a bit, I think, in Miami qualifying, and I think in Miami, but in race, but with dry tires, because the rain was very light and was enough to stay on dry, suffering a bit on track, but we didn't put the wet tires. So, and I think in the qualifying, well, the sprint qualifying on Austria in the previous Grand Prix was in wet, that's true. But beyond of that, it's the first proper wet weekend, I can say. Let me check. Brakes. I always like to play with a lower brake pressure. My driving style, for me, is very easy to lock up. In 93, very, very comfortable. I'm able to don't lock up the tires, and in wet you even need a more sensible brake pedal. And pressures are maximum in tires. I don't know why, to be honest. In wet, maybe we need more speed straight. I don't know. This is the setup basically in wet. So this is the setup I will use for the weekend. That is wet setup, and probably this is the setup I will have to use in qualifying as well. Anyway, let's do some laps to adjust, as always, the setup a bit to my driving style. But the game is recommending me to use wet tires, not even Inter, and we have a big problem here because for race we will have only one set. I think it's possible even to complete the race without a stop. I don't know if the rules allow to don't stop in wet conditions. I think it's not mandatory. But the problem is that I would not like to use too much this set. Maybe we need it for Sunday's race. So yeah. So I don't know. I don't know if people is using the Inter or the wet. Some wet actually drivers, I think. Well, the only driver that is out actually, that is Bottas. Wow, a lot of rain. A lot of the track is completely wet now. The level of rain looks very heavy. And yeah, probably we will have to use the wet tires as to do a couple of laps. Let's go out and let's do a couple of laps on this set. Let's see if someone Spear also in wet. What's the forecast? Says that in this session I think will be raining a lot during the whole session, so probably we will have to use the wet. Okay, so we have no option, guys. We have to test the car in wet, so we have to use a set in this session. well, maybe the rain decrease a bit, but I think it won't be so light to use Inter. So let's see. We have to test the car anyway. So let's do a couple of laps to try the setup and the tires.
Take it easy to start with, the track's very wet.
Wow, Silverstone in wet, guys, what a challenge. Completely different to dry conditions. Wow, it's raining a lot now. Here we are back on track 3 weeks after. And we are on track again, yes. Wow, very slippery track. Oh, it's not easy to maintain the car. Straight line. Wow, super easy to spun. The tires are a bit cold now. Let's try to warm up a bit. Wow. Let's try to do a couple of laps. Basically a dry line. Super difficult to put the foot on the throttle. Brake balance I will maintain it in 55 the whole lap. Whoa. Terrible traction. It's been a really very hard challenge. Unrealistic, the dry line. I mean, it's impossible in this level of rain to have a dry line here right now, but 1:45.3. Let's try to improve that lap time a bit. wasn't too much, to be honest. I complete an objective for now. I'm going wide again. Let's try to do a much quicker lap now. Improving a lot. 1 second my delta. Oh, the dry line is so visible. Every lap is wider. It's very strange. Let's do 141, 144.1. I think I can do 142, guys. The feeling to drive in rain in this game is much harder than in the previous one. I feel the car more on the limit. Especially when you put the foot on the throttle. The car more on the edge. Let's move on to box now, but let's use this lap to be fast again. Oh, something that I like is you go by the wet patch. I think the spray on the tires is higher, no? It looks much. That's cool. It's a visual effect, but it's very nice to see. Wow, this corner is critical. I think it's a bit higher the spray.
Okay, we can take you this lap.
how much quicker I am.
Right, so our best lap so far, 1 minute 43.7.
Yeah, but that's mine. I need to know the overall. Where's the pit limiter here? Oh, here. Okay. Well, it was nice. To be honest, it feels a bit difficult to drive in rain conditions in this game. But it's a bit strange because you see the dry line very clear, and it's a bit weird because it's raining a lot. So, but it was fun, to be honest. It was fun. It was very on the limit in some corners. In the previous games, it was much easier to drive on rain, on very wet conditions. I mean, you can, span as well, but I mean the throttle pressure you have to do it in previous games in wet could be much aggressive than in this one, and it feels much more realistic in this game to drive in wet. Wow. I'm very far away from the rest, guys. Wow, I'm so slow. Wow, in the third sector I'm losing a lot of time. Wow, definitely I have room for improvement, I think. My teammate did 41.8, being fastest, 1 second in sector 1, 4/10 sector 2, and 6/10 in sector 3. Okay, that's good to know. That's very good to know. Now I know the reference. Now I know what lap times I have to do. But before to go out again, let me see. I had to use these wet tires, no option. Let's complete now the tire management program. Meanwhile, but let's see. I would like to see how the AI cars are driving on this. Wow, you can see the dry line is too much dry. I think it's not so much realistic. But by the other hand, I mean, it's cool. It's cool to see, but it's very wide. I think, no, it's very wide. The wet patches are really realistic, I have to say. But let's see. I want to see the driving style of the AI to try to learn a bit, because I'm being very slow actually. And I have to know where I'm being so slow, in which corners. And it's in the outlap, Oscar. So let's go. Let's ride with the Oscar on board in this lap. Turn 1 and 7 and 6 year. Very smooth with the throttle. Wow, the traction is much better than mine in these corners. Very wide there. I'm using a more inside line. In 6 year, I'm using 6 as well. troubles there. Oh, difficult to put the foot on the throttle there. I think I'm losing time in... Definitely I'm losing time in traction, especially in traction. So let's see if I can check, you know, to tweak something. I need a bit more of traction. So the differential maybe is the key here. Advantage. Maybe I need to lock up a bit more the on-throttle differential. I'm locking a bit with the brakes, so let's reduce 1 point in pressure. And let's try to check this. Okay, I think it's okay now. Let's try the setup, and now let's move to the practice program. Let's try to complete the tire management. Obviously on wet tires, no option. Okay, we are ready to go. No traffic now, so let's go.
All set, we're ready to go, so let's get the car out onto the track.
Definitely we need to be quicker now. And it's a good learning for Sunday, that we will have the same conditions than today. Massive rain. See if we can be competitive in this program, because I'm so slow in comparison to AI. I'm afraid to don't be competitive here in the lap times I will need to complete the tire wear program. We have 3 laps, so okay, the time is very slow, 1:45. We have margin, and we need to save tires. Let's try to do it in purple. saving a lot. This is critical to save tires, this part of the track. Don't try to turn very aggressive the car. We're still on green, we need more saving. Purple now, I think we did it.
Program complete and a job well done. We got some excellent data with that run, so come on back to the garage and I can take you through the numbers.
Let's try to do one fast lap now. One push or two push. Car feels better now in traction. Adjusting the on-throttle differential. I'm not locking so much, so I think the changes I made work. Times faster now, definitely I have margin to improve. Ah, it went wide. .330, let's try to do 142 lows. I think I can do it. Good job, the Hazder. Oof, on the limit. Better now. I think I'm starting to get confidence with the car in these conditions. .42.2, that's much better lap time. Okay, box now.
Right, let's have you in at the end of this lap, please.
improving. I'm improving. Maybe I prefer to complete this lap. I'm looking up a lot in these corners. 142.0, okay, box now. Let's see where I'm losing time now. Now I have much more competitive lap times. Okay, nice. It's fun to drive here on wet. I'm enjoying a lot, to be honest. My tires are, well, a bit worn, especially the rears. Problem of this session is that only we have one fresh wet for the race. But it's the same for everyone. I think only we have 2 set of wets for the whole weekend, and everyone is using one of them, so all of us, we will have one fresh set for Sunday and a new one use. But I had the feeling that it's possible to complete that race without stopping in these conditions. Well, the program was complete, very easy, to be honest. I don't know why the delta time is not moving. Is that a mistake or what? I don't know. And the lap times, actually, we are, you can see, much better position now, close to Alex. This is more competitive, but I'm still losing 5/10 in sector 1. In sector 2 I'm being super fast, and in sector 3 I'm losing 3/10. But I know where I'm losing time. In sector 3 I'm looking up a lot the left front. I have to brake a bit earlier, I think. I'm going wide every time in the last chicane, so probably I'm losing the time there. But in sector 1 I have no idea why I'm losing so much time. I think it's about traction. It's all about traction. And sector 2, sorry guys, I lost the mic. In sector 2 I'm super competitive. Super competitive. Alex, wow, Alex improved a lot now. 40.8. Wow. Now, wow, I need to be faster now. It's nice because probably the track is maybe the track is also improving. Maybe more cars on track, less weather on, maybe that helps as well. So I don't know how it works exactly in this game, because it's still raining a lot, but you can see the dry line, that it's very exaggerated, to be honest. In these conditions should not to be possible to watch the dry line, but I mean, it's a game. Anyway, let's see the lap time on Nico. In that way we know it's the first lap of Nico, new tires, so in that way we can see if the track is faster or not in this actually than at the beginning of the session. I had the feeling the track is faster now than at the beginning, and that's why Alex improved a lot his lap times. Wow. You can see how Nico is sliding a bit the rear. Wow, this corner is terrible to get traction here. This is a section where I'm being faster than the AI, much faster. Well, no, not now, because the last lap time of Albon was very competitive. So 31.6. Definitely, I need to improve massively in sector 1. I'm losing so much time there, so much time. 41.9. Sector 2 for Nico. And the chicane, I'm having troubles. Probably it's the corner where I'm having more troubles. 41.2. Wow. Only Max Verstappen still without laps. I did 8 laps. I'm the driver who did more laps than anyone. And I will do more laps because I need to be quicker than that. I mean, I need to be close to Alex, who did 46. Wow, improve even more right now. Unbelievable. Definitely time. I need time in sector 1. Sector 2 I know when I'm losing time. And we need to find time there. So let's reduce also the fuel load. Maybe it's too much. Just do a couple of laps now. Again. Maybe it's the last run of the day. In practice 1 I mean. Because I don't want to use this tire so much. Maybe we need it on Sunday. So let's see. Is Alex coming into the garage? Let me sync the audio. And now let me check the track map. Oh, we have traffic. Let's wait to the gap between Verstappen and Perez. And let's see, we need time, we need to find time. At least 1 second, guys. We need to find 1 second.
Okay, that's all the checks complete. We're ready to go.
This is learning for Sunday. Sunday we will have these conditions, so, and we will use this tire, so. This corners where I'm losing so much time, I think, especially in this one, I think.
Okay, we've got 4 laps of fuel remaining.
Let's try to do 2 or 3 laps. traction. The track feels a bit faster now. I definitely need to find some time in sector 1. Not bad, but it's not great. A bit better, but it's still missing a lot of time there. Great sector now. A bit better now, improving. Wow, 41.0, that's much better. Let's try one more lap. News is that I'm improving every lap, so I'm starting to use the curves. I lost it there. What a shame. No more fuel, so I try to be a bit more aggressive. And when I touch the wet patch, definitely grip is minor there. But it's yeah. Oof, the grip outside the racing line is terrible. terrible. This is something that's not happened in previous games. It's more realistic because in real Formula 1, when you are out of the line, of the dry line, obviously the grip is much less. And it feels like that. It feels when you touch the wet patches, the grip is much lower.
This lap then, come into the pits at the end of this lap.
But I know I need to find something in sector 1 in these conditions. I'm very slow. And it's about traction, guys. I'm using the overtake mode. Okay, let's check the lap times now. Let's see what I need in terms of laps, in terms of time. And I think I won't go out anymore. I think it's enough. We will have, I think, in the next practice session it will be dry. But in practice 3 we will have a bit of rain, but if the rain is not so intense as this one, maybe it's not useful for us. So let's see. Difficult weekend ahead. Anyway. Okay,
I take a set of intermediates in these unpredictable conditions.
Intermediates? Oh, people is using it. Ah, okay. That's why the track is faster now. People is using inter tire. You can see the comparison with Alex on the same tires. Now I'm still missing time in sector 1, guys. I don't know what happened, but in sector 1, maybe it's the entry in the first corner as well where I'm losing time. It's probably they're losing time there. But in sector 2 and 3, yeah, I think I'm there, you know. Especially in sector 2, I'm really fast. I'm really fast. But now, obviously, if people is using Inter, definitely, I don't know. Maybe the rain intensity in race will be very high, but a bit less than we had at the beginning of this session. So maybe in race we have a chance to use the Inter tire as well. So let's see, guys. Let's see what happened. But I think I learned everything I had to learn.
Intermediate tyres are your best bet in the current conditions.
I know. I think what I need, especially to improve lap time in sector 1, I think is corner entry. I feel that the corner entry on these wet conditions could be a bit better. And to improve the corner entry, I have to maybe change the toe out. Yeah, I need responsiveness. So to do that, I will need more toe out in the front. So that means I need, let's try to put 30 degrees of toe out, and in that way we will have a better response in the front. Also the anti-roll bar can help to have a more responsiveness car. So we can soften a bit the anti-roll bar. Let's see if the changes helps. Obviously I cannot test it in wet conditions until maybe until the race, because in practice we will have, in practice 3, maybe we need to do one more lap, I think, to test these changes in the setup, because we won't have this kind of
I'd take a
conditions.
set of intermediates in these unpredictable conditions.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. But the problem is that in inter conditions right now, well, maybe it's useful. I don't know. Maybe I don't know, guys. Maybe I don't need to go out. We will have time in practice 3. The problem is in practice 2 I cannot change so much. Even I cannot change the setup, because I mean I need this setup for a race, so no sense to change for a dry setup. Maybe for complete the programs, let's see it later on, but I don't know. Definitely the practice 2 session won't be too much representative. Probably will be very useless. But it's true that obviously let's try to complete the race strategy program. Well, not so useless, because I will need to test the car, because the qualifying session will be on dry, so I need to test the car in dry conditions as well. But using a wet setup, because on Sunday will be raining, so the idea is to running on dry tires, but using the same setup, because in qualifying with the park firmer rules, I need to use the wet setup for Sunday. That is more important, the race, you know. Oh, now I understand the drivers will be much faster now on these conditions, now on inter conditions. So lap times obviously will be much faster now. So now the
intermediate tyres are your best bet in the current conditions.
Look, it's in 88% now, and I think for the race we have 76. So that means this is conditions for inter tire. So race will be on inter tires. I'm realizing right now. So that means we should get out right now. We should get out right now. Let's do a couple of laps, because I'm seeing in the weather forecast that the conditions we will have will be for inter on Sunday. So let's do a couple of laps on these tires.
Right, the car's ready. Let's get it out there.
I thought it would be on wet, but no. It will be on inter, so let's do that. Let's try to do a couple of laps on these tires, because probably the conditions we have now are similar to the Sunday's conditions for the race. So yeah. We should to be much quicker on these tires and these conditions.
Okay, we've got 4 laps of fuel remaining.
Oops, I lost a gear. I lost 4th gear. Gearbox failure. Anyway, let's try to complete a lap. We have no time. I'm using a very old gearbox, that's why it's failing now. Fortunately for GR is not a gear I will use too much in sector 2 and 3, and in sector 1 I will need it. Ooh. Let's try to complete a lap at least. Very bad first sector, terrible. The track is much quicker. Wow, 1 second behind. Obviously on these tires and these conditions, it's easy to gain time. I think I have time for a new lap. Recover the gear. Yes. 139. Wow.
And that's just 30 seconds left in the session.
Okay, last lap. Very bad sector here. Try to fix it. Well, 138.9, 138.1, sorry. 7th place. Obviously, it's a bit fake because not everyone uses the Inter tires.
Sadly, it's time to say goodbye
Whoa.
as free practice is over. However, we'll be back shortly for more Formula One action.
That is cool because, as you can see, very similar lap times to Alex. That's very good. I would like to check the sectors. He did 35 sector 1. I did 38. Okay, I'm still losing a lot of time. 43 I did in sector 2. Alex did 45. I'm gaining 2 tenths. And in sector 3 did 27.2 and I did 27.0. So yeah, definitely have a problem that is named sector 1. Let's see if I have the same problems in dry conditions later on in practice 2 in less than 2 hours. And let's try to keep improving. Very interesting session. We will have completely different to this one on dry conditions. Don't miss it, guys. Follow me on Twitch. In a couple of hours, see you for the practice 2 session of the British Grand Prix. Thanks for watching. As I said, see you in a couple of hours.